Warning. The following series is not a perfect run of Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia. This is a spotlight on how blind people are forced to play this series, and hopefully it'll shed light on how the series' accessibility features are lacking. Please be advised if you are a pro Fire Emblem player and get triggered. I am sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Austin, and I'm going to do something very interesting. No visuals, fully commentated playthrough of Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia for the Nintendo 3DS. I have a very fun history with this game, and despite enjoying it, I have never actually finished it. So, this is going to be fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and be a part of the Melvision Empire. Let's go. Let's listen to the intro.
Once upon a time, there was a god named Duma and a goddess named Milla who fought each other bitterly for an age.
Hey, why did Milla and Duma have to fight so much? Couldn't they just say they were sorry?
Let's promise we'll never end up like that, okay?
Yeah, nothing will ever come between us.
This is one of my favorite Fire Emblem games of all time, despite never having finished it. This is also the first Fire Emblem game to be fully voice acted. It has an all-star cast, and I will point them out. And I will point them out when I notice them. So, ladies and gentlemen, a bit of history while this intro is playing. This game is a remake of the second Fire Emblem game ever produced, Fire Emblem Gaiden. It is a side story, like the name implies, because apparently Gaiden means side story in Japanese. And it tells the story of Alm and Celica. Exactly who these two are, you're about to find out. Beware, though, I might get into some story, not major spoiler things. I will probably I will inform you of foreshadowing things that may be foreshadowed. Or whatnot. But this game was really hard. So hard, in fact, that if you lost too many units, if you've never played Fire Emblem before, if your units die, they're straight up dead. And there's no way to revive them. Well, in this game, there's one way. But we'll get to that later. Hold on a second, I will be right back. But if you lose too many units, it is impossible to finish the original game. Well, this game there is a workaround, and we're about to get into it. So let's select a new game. You have two difficulty modes, normal and hard. I will be playing this game on the normal difficulty setting for my sanity. Normal mode. We will not be... So there are two game styles. There's casual. If your units fall, they will not, and I repeat, not be permanently dead. They will be back in the next chapter. And there's classic. Classic, we ain't going to be playing on that. You'll see why. We're going to be playing on casual mode. This game does not have many accessibility settings. We'll find out what. And, yeah, we're going to be playing on casual, mainly for my settings. My sanity. And here we go. Let's begin the story. I'll probably do a better job of explaining things once I get the feel for it. Oh no.
Gods, no. Don't leave me, Celica. You can't. Celica! Celica! Say something, please! Celica!
What could have happened to lead to this? We'll find out. And then close to 10 years earlier.
Where did he go this time?
Say hello to one of the most controversial characters in the entire community. In the entire series. This is Faye. I don't know who she's voiced by.
What's the matter, Faye? Don't tell me you're after him again.
Oh, hi, Max Middleman.
Oh, hey, Gray. Say, have you seen Home? I can't find him anywhere.
Oh, don't waste your time looking for that guy.
Cliff! Wait, why not?
He and Celica
In
went off
hindsight,
to a
I wish I
stroll in
had
the
said that
woods.
when I recorded this.
He's with Celica? Again?
Exactly. Again? I mean, Celica just moved to Ram Village, right? Nice to know we're so easily replaced.
He's not replacing us. Celica's his cousin. Of course they're gonna be close.
I hate to break it to you, Faye.
Huh?
Sir Myson only has one grandkid, and that's all. Celica is his ward. Mother told me. They're not related by blood. Cliff's Moss Mountain gossip? I don't believe it. Still, I like where the story is going. Celica and her dark, unspeakable past.
Stop that, would you? So does this mean... is Alm gonna marry her someday?
Marry her? Are we having the same conversation?
I don't think you are.
Oh, there you are. You guys will never believe this.
Oh, hi, Tobin.
Hey, Tobin. Believe what? Somebody saw a knight in the woods. A real knight from the castle. Come on, let's go check it out. What? Why would a knight come here? Big fan of Miller or something? I'm not missing this. He could be the last knight we see for months or years. Cliff, Faye, you coming?
Yeah.
Huh? Hey, wait up.
Over here. Come look at this.
I am about to move the circle pad on my 3DS forward. And I can hold the Y button. And that won't do anything. It won't make me run.
What is
I
it,
kind of wish
Celica?
it would.
You find something?
I made a wreath out of these flowers. Here, put it on.
Celica is voiced by Erica Limbeck, and Alm is voiced by Kyle McCarley, I believe that is his name. If you played Fire Emblem Three Houses, you will know him as the Gatekeeper. If you played Persona 5, Mortal Kombat 11, or the Final Fantasy VII Remake, you will know Erica Limbeck as Cassie Cage, Futaba Sakura, and Jessie. She's also played a lot of other characters, but those are the few that come to mind for me. I have not played Persona 5 or Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I have seen playthroughs of them.
What? No.
Why not? I think it'd make you look very handsome.
I think you mean very stupid. Boys don't wear wreaths.
Don't call it stupid. It took me a long time to make this. Fine then. Maybe I'll just give it to Grandpapa instead.
You're kidding, right?
Grandpapa knows a manly wreath when he sees one.
Before I forget, Erica Limbeck is also the voice of Myr in Fire Emblem Heroes, the mobile game.
Ha, very funny.
You're picturing him wearing it. Admit it. There's the smile I was looking for. Huh? What? Is something wrong?
No, I'm glad you've cheered up is all. When you first came to the village, you always wore such a dark expression. Plus, you never spoke a word. Grandpapa told me to be nice, but I wasn't sure how to make things better.
Well, I think you did just fine. Each story that you told me, each flower you picked for me, each walk you took with me here in the woods, that all made a difference, Alm.
Come on, I didn't do anything special.
Or maybe you did. I'm sorry that my first words to you were so unkind.
Are you talking about when you called me a boar or a clod?
The writing in this game is really good. Intelligent Systems did a very good job at remaking the game and making it as faithful as it is to the original, as well as expanding upon the characters, because they really needed it. They only had 2 lines of dialogue in the original game. A lot of them, that is.
Hey, I said I'm sorry. I just never had any friends my age. So I guess I wasn't used to boys like you.
Well, I'd never met a girl like you either. Don't let it get to you.
Say, why are you so nice to me?
Why? Do I need a reason? I mean, I guess it's because I never knew my parents, I have no siblings, and Grandpapa has always forbid me from setting foot outside the village. You're like a window to a world that I've never had the chance to know. Is that a good enough reason, or... Oh, hey!
What is it?
See this? We have the same mark.
Yes. Except yours is on your left hand and mine is on my right.
This will totally never come up again in any part of the story. No way at all. Totally.
Well, that makes us close. Doesn't it?
I suppose it does, in a strange sort of way. I wonder why the marks are so similar.
It's because they're special.
Yes, Celica. I wonder why.
They prove that the two of us belong together. Always.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
If you're not already tired of a clod like me making you laugh.
Of course not. So, do you mean it? We'll always be together?
Yes. I promise. Isn't that what you want?
Yes, of course. You have my word. I'll never leave.
That timing, though.
That was Faye.
Is she in trouble?
It came from beyond those trees. Come on.
Stop it! Let me go!
Looks like our luck's picked up, eh, First Slade? After days of the same old trees, such cherubic faces are welcome indeed.
Also, I hope everything's coming in clear. I have to work with what I have here. I don't have any capture software for a 3DS.
Listen well, you whelps.
What?
My men and I, loyal
Okay.
knights in service to His Majesty King Lima the Fourth, may the powers bless him in his name until the end of days.
That is one of my favorite lines in the game. Because he had no reason to say that, and yet he felt like he had to. Also, say hello to one of the most unlikable minor villains in the entire game.
Hereby command you to lead us to your miserable line of hovels, where you shall have the honor of dining us and otherwise providing all comforts. It shall be an evening to remember. So lead on, and make haste now.
But, we can't just... We'll get the scolding of our lives if we bring strangers to the village. Good Sir Knight, if I may, our home is but a small village. To call it a line of hovels is too generous. We do not wish to offend you when you are clearly deserving of so much more. So please, we humbly implore your great mightiness to...
You, boy, have you an older sister?
Me? I have two, actually.
You should not have answered that question, Tobin.
What about him?
That'll suffice. We'll take all the food and drink you can muster, and your sisters can serve it. I wager we'll get naught but pig feed and horse piss, but so be it. I shall force it down if I must.
God, Cliff, shut your hole. Don't cry in front of him. But Gray, we should all be crying, Gray. We're not really gonna take him to the village, are we? Hey, I don't like it either. If I knew the royal knights were such royal turds, I never would have...
Enough chittering, little squirrels. I am not a patient man. If you do not wish to entertain us the one way, you can entertain us the other.
Oh, no.
Perhaps we shall remove your tiny heads from your shoulders.
Oh, I knew this was going to happen.
By one. You first, Philly. Don't worry, lass. I'll make a nice clean cut.
And thus begins the trauma that never really left her. This is really implied by a line of dialogue later in the game.
Back off!
How many boats does this blasted village contain?
Get away from my friends! You're not going to set one foot in our village!
Is that so? Someone neglected to teach this mangy pup any manners. You there, girl. Show me your face.
Oh, no.
By the gods, it really is her. How you came to walk among these animals is beyond me. Regardless, you shall make a fine prize to take back to General Desai. Seize her.
Let me go! Get your hands off her! Oh, you did not just punch a knight!
Yes, he did, Gray. And thus he earns a whole lot of respect because we all know what General Desai probably might have done.
You dare raise a hand to me, you base-born, barn-bred. So be it. You will stave off your death sentences no longer, especially you. The mother can't save you now, brat.
Look out!
No.
Grandpapa?
What? My son? What are you doing in a backwater wasteland like... but I think I know. Now this is indeed good fortune. We never finished what we started in the flames that night, old man.
I wonder what that implies.
I have much to repay you for. I mustn't forget all my virtues, after all. Children, run to the cemetery up ahead. Go on now.
What? Wife! What are you gonna do?
Now, all of you, run!
All right. Come on, guys.
I don't know what I just did there. I don't remember why I did that.
Listen,
Oh wait, I know what I did.
we will drive these ruffians away, but you must follow my every command.
What? Well, we're no match for them.
You're serious, Grandpapa?
He's always serious. It's just that this time he's also crazy.
We can't do this.
That's a good line.
A dozen children can't win against mountain knights. I want to go home.
Enough! The only way you're going home is by fighting as if your life depends on it.
Because it does.
It does.
Exactly.
Seneca,
Sir,
I trust you to remember some of what I've taught you with the sword. Now, clear the mind, steady the hand, and show me what you've learned. Only you can get yourselves through this.
Enemy.
Player
Are you
phase.
ready? I want you to follow my every command. First, get yourselves to a safer position.
So, I'm going to do my best to explain it. Movement consists of one thing. I'm not doing this because I want to do two things. One thing, actually. What I just did was turn the game speed to fast in the options menu. The reason I did that, you want it sped to fast. Now, press A on the
Keep your
unit.
distance from the enemy. Don't try to pursue them.
I toggled the danger zone by pressing X. This is a necessity, in my opinion, for playing fire. Move every unit that isn't Myson away from the enemy. These guys are very, very poor. Have very, very poor stats at this particular mission.
Take shelter in the trees there. They can provide cover. Remember, always use the surrounding terrain to your advantage.
Oh yes. Don't get me started on how good terrain is.
ready at him. All right.
Once we get into an actual mission, I will explain how
Allow me.
combat works. Now, here we go. Myson is going to attack this unit, and watch how combat works. Bop.
Alright.
Nope.
Goodbye.
I haven't lost my touch.
No, you haven't.
You've done all you can for now. Now brace for their attack.
Now, for some reason in this game, smart turn is always turned off, but you can easily fix that.
You're no match for me. I will see this through. I will not be stopped.
No, he will not.
What's this?
I'll do my best.
I just wanted you to hear those two because we didn't.
You're no match for me. No. You must do better.
That's one of my favorite generic.
There's a better one coming up later.
Enemy death quotes in the entire game.
Oh, for beauty.
Critical hit.
Damn, they nearly have me. But not today. I must return to the castle. General Desai will be eager to learn that we have found her. The princess who refuses to die.
Oh, that doesn't sound ominous at all. Battle over. Mycen dominated. It was a flawless victory. Save your game.
We did it! We actually did it! Look at him run, Grandpapa! So, wait. How did we do that exactly? It's all in the wrist. You wish. We only survived because we did exactly as Sir Mycen commanded. Oh, yeah? Does that mean Sir Mycen commanded you to sob like a baby?
How can you guys joke about this?
Grandpapa, Celica, that was great! What? You're not happy? We saved the village from those despicable knaves. We're heroes. I mean, if nothing else, we're not dead.
Oh,
We could
he's
at least
right
crack
about
a
that.
smile.
You don't understand.
Now that they know Celica is here, they will stop at nothing.
And for some reason, I've never understood this. They never let all in on what's going on. I guess they do that so that way the player does not. But the least they could do is let them know off screen.
It's no longer safe for her to stay in the village.
No, it isn't, and you will find out why at a much later point in the game.
What? But why? It doesn't have to be like that. Tell him, Celica.
I'm so sorry, I know that you would have kept your promise.
Don't apologize, Celica. Just tell me that this is a mistake. That you don't have to go.
It is already settled.
Fortunately, it's no
We lack the
mistake.
time to discuss it further. Get back to the village and pack your things, Celica. Hurry.
Yes, sir.
Hold on a second. Explain this to me, Grandpapa. Why are you making her leave? I want to know.
No, my boy. I fear that's a page you don't want to turn. Not yet, at any rate.
Oh, great. Now you're talking in riddles?
Yeah, this was a terrible idea on Mycen's end. On one end, I can get it. He's too young to understand. But on the other end, he doesn't find out by Mycen's end. This is Mycen never tells him. I'm just gonna say that, and that drives me crazy.
I won't let you do this to her. She needs me.
You, a foolish boy who won't listen to reason? Celica has proven she has the strength to make hard choices. Yet what of you?
Please, don't take her away.
Would you mind looking after something for me?
But this is your good luck charm. You never take this off. It's special.
Yes, it is. And now it's yours. I want you to keep it close always. As close as you would have kept me. My mother gave that to me. Not that I actually remember, but...
Celica, I can't take this from you.
You're not taking it. I'm giving it. I pray that it keeps you safe. Take care,
Wait, Celica! Well, this turned into a fine mess. We don't know why she's leaving or even where she's going. Whatever Sir Mycen knows, he isn't telling the likes of us. Hey, not everything is our business. I just feel bad for her, you know? She and home are different from us. Different? In what way? In every way.
Are you certain, Celica?
yes. If I try to say goodbye to him, I'll just end up crying.
Also, be prepared to hear this music a lot in the game. It's a really good track, and I would highly recommend. This goes for all the soundtrack. I'd recommend looking it up. It's really good.
Grandpa... Sir Mycen? Where will I go next?
I have a place in mind. Perhaps it's time to call on an old friend. I Under his care, I am certain your enemies will never find you. Forgive an old knight for failing you, Princess. Had the mother willed it, I would have stayed by your side and protected you to my dying days. But I cannot leave Ram Village. Not yet.
You don't need to apologize, Sir Myson. I regret nothing. The days I spent here with you and Olm were wonderful. The experiences I had and the friends I made all mean the world to me. You don't have to be my shining knight, Sir Myson. You just have to promise to always be my grandpapa.
Of course.
Celica! Celica!
You came for me.
I want to make a new promise.
This is a part that I haven't really heard yet. So I do kind of want to listen for a little bit here. Wow.
One day, when I'm older and stronger, I'm going to find you. It doesn't matter where the world hides you or how long it takes. I promise to find you. So please, don't forget me, okay?
I could never forget you, Olm. And I promise too. I'll be waiting for the day we can meet again. But for now, I have to go. Grandpapa,
Yes, child?
do you think I'll ever see him again?
I do. So long as destiny wills it.
Destiny. So be it.
Here we go. I'm very excited for this, guys.
And so it begins.
Once the gods themselves walked these lands. Our continent of Valentia was home to two of them, sibling gods named Duma and Milla. The elder god Duma believed mankind must be ruled by strength, lest we become corrupt, while his sister Milla believed we should be free to pursue lives of pleasure and comfort. The two clashed ceaselessly. It was a long, dark age before the bitter conflict was resolved with the binding of a divine accord. Valentia would be divided in twain, with Duma ruling the north and Milla ruling the south. And in order to secure a lasting peace, each pledged never to violate the other's dominion. For millennia, this accord was honored, and peace did indeed reign. In time, the kingdom of Zofia, which Milla founded in the south, prospered with the goddess's love and blessings. Hers were a happy people who knew no toil and lived free of hardship. But Milla's gifts spoiled the Zophians, and it was only a matter of time before they sank into depravity. Meanwhile, in the north, Duma had built his own empire. Tempered by harsh lands and the even harsher teachings of their fierce god, the people of Rigel had grown strong. But in their quest for power, the Rigelians had let their hearts grow cold and numb to all kindness. Both halves of the continent were in a fragile state, and the cracks had begun to show. And now, Valentia lies on the cusp of a terrible war that could forever alter its history.
We're not going to end this here. We've only had one battle.
Now you guys know the history. And we have skipped 7 years into the future.
We skipped 7 years after that.
Yep. What is that?
Sorry. Not sorry.
Well done, Hop. We'll end today's training here. Your swordsmanship has come a long way. I've always known you had talent.
You really think so? You're not just saying that, are you, Grandfather?
Either I'm getting old or you're getting better. And we both know I'm not old.
Well, good. Then that means you're ready to let me travel outside the village.
Don't misconstrue my words, boy. The rule still stands.
Before I let this continue, Mycen is voiced by the person who voices Gilbert in Fire Emblem Three Houses. He also voices a few other characters. I don't know who all he does, though.
But why?
Nor do I know
I'm
his
not a
name.
child anymore. You just said I can fend for myself. If I meet with any dangers, I'll have my sword and my wits.
That's not what this is about.
Then what is it about? Look, I've heard from the others. I know the drought's made Sophia a scary place. People are starving, and many have turned to thievery and plunder. Brigands loot villages for a mere sack of grain, and soon they'll be at our door. And don't think I haven't heard what the Regalian army has been up to. They've been crossing the border for years in violation of the Divine Accord. And with that sacred bond broken, now the terrors have resurfaced as well.
All true.
Sophia is full of innocent people who are looking for help. Please, Grandfather. I want to make a difference in a world bigger than a handful of houses. I want to see all the amazing places you've told me about, that Celica told me about.
Suppose you do set forth with your sword and your wits. So what? Will the grand story of your life be how you met the end of a brigand's axe?
Actually, Mycen, according to the weapons triangle that isn't in this game, swords are strong against axes.
What's his problem? Why teach me to use a sword if you're not going to let me fight? Every day in this place is exactly the same as the next. I know I'm meant for more than this, but you have to let me find it. Huh? What's all the commotion? It's coming from the gates.
What's this guy doing here? I didn't know he was coming.
Say hello to a mechanic that hasn't been really in this game. I don't know if it was in Sacred Stones, which was the 8th entry into the series, but it was in the original guide. Village exploration. You can examine things, you can talk to people. I'm currently in the examine feature. There are things you could grab just so people knows. I should say this now. I would like to wait till we get to things to bring it up. This is not a 100% run. This is not a 100% items run that you can grab from examining things. I'm not going for all the memory prisms. I'm not going for all the recruitable people that you can grab from villages. Although I'm going to make sure and grab 2 people in particular. I'm not looking forward to that mission. Anyone who's ever played this game might know what one I'm talking about. We're in the village square, and there are 2 people we can talk. There are 3 people in here we can talk to, so let's talk to them.
Well, if it isn't you all finished with today's training?
Mm-hmm.
I still remember when you were only this tall, and now look at you. Sir Mycen has certainly made a strong young man out of you. I say Sir Mycen, but the story is your grandfather was once a famous general. General Mycen. I always wondered why such a fellow would end up here. Then again, the woods around Ram have become dangerous as of late. Perhaps it's for the best that we have him, and you, to keep us safe.
It's good to know our plight has the nobility so grief-stricken. King Lima dances at the end of Chancellor Desay's puppet strings. The king would rather eat grapes and frolic in a seraglio than actually rule. It's no wonder the kingdom's being torn apart by rebellion after rebellion. I wish someone would come along and save us from ourselves already.
Also, a chancellor in a video game? You probably know where this is going to head.
What's that?
Except for the chancellor in Super Mario RPG.
I could waste my prayers on a goddess as
I forgot
useless
about
as
him.
her.
What I wouldn't give for some food. It's been years since we've had a proper harvest. Can't grow much without rain. Why has Milla forsaken us? What's happened to the Earth Mother? She's killing us by withholding her blessings. The Regalian Empire will seize our lands, and we'll be too weak to resist. You've heard how well-trained their soldiers are, haven't you? We've never toiled or fought for a thing, and we're about to pay for it.
Hold on a second. Is that Ian Regal doing that voice? I think it is, actually. It sounds like her.
Oh, hey. This fellow's here to see Sir Myson. He was just about to tell us
Let me know in the comments down below. Now, we could talk to him straight away, but we're going to talk to the others first.
How was sword practice? Everything go okay?
Hi, Faye.
Sir Myson is far too hard on you. I hope you don't have any new bruises.
He's sure come a long way just to find a whole lot of nothing. Whatever he's here for, I hope he hasn't brought any trouble with him. Sorry, pal, but I still can't trust a man in full armor. Keep one hand on your hilt while you talk to this guy, yeah?
Gray is voiced by Max Middleton. And if you know Max Middleton... I meant to say Max Middleman. You know that one of his roles is Ryuji Sakamoto in Persona 5. Now that I've gotten more familiar with voice actors, and now that I have this ability, once I hear a voice long enough, I get to the point where I can actually recognize a voice if I've heard it. And even when they are doing some sort of voice, a lot of the time. So I was playing this game, and I was like, wait a second. Because Gray was talking, I was like, wait a second, I know that voice. That's Max Middleton. So let's talk to this mysterious guy right here.
A knight? Can you believe it?
Oh wait,
What's he
that's
doing in
Tobin.
our village? You'd have to practically ride off the edge of the map to find this place.
Now let's talk to this
Good
guy.
day. You must be Sir Myson's grandson. Alm, was it? My name is Lucas. I fight for the Deliverance.
Lucas is voiced by Greg Chun.
The Deliverance? What's that?
If you are familiar with Joe Zege's YouTube or Twitch streams, you know why I said nothing. It's Greg Chun. I mean, he's Greg Chun.
Aren't you one of the Knights of Zofia? The King's Knights?
I was just memeing there. I'll go into his
I suppose
bio
that
in
means
part
word
2.
hasn't yet reached your village. In that case, please forgive me for heralding such dark news, but King Lima IV is dead.
Why am I not surprised?
He met his end some days ago at the hands of Chancellor Desai.
Again, he is a Chancellor Desai is a Chancellor in a video game. I think I'm gonna have a heart attack and die from not surprised. I mean, the only other Chancellor in a video game I know of is Chancellor Cole from Spirit Tracks, and we all know what happened with him.
What? You're saying it was regicide?
I fear so. It seems Desai sold Sophia to the Regalian Empire, along with his soul. No doubt they promised him lands, perhaps even a title. Upon Lima's death, the Chancellor and the Regalian army seized Sophia Castle and began to visit unspeakable injustices upon the king's people. Sir Clive, of the Knights of Sophia you mentioned, would have none of it. He formed an army to free us from Regal and named it the Deliverance. However, we are outmatched and fast losing this war. We need a hero's aid. And so, I have come to the home of one of Sophia's greatest heroes, Sir Myson. Do you see, Alm? Sir Clive would not have sent me were it not urgent. Will you take me to see your grandfather?
Yes, of course. goblets. I knew Zofia was in hot water, but is this guy serious? So there's going to be a war? There already is one from the sound of things.
But that's awful. If Sir Myson rides off to war, what'll happen to Alm?
You got me. Lucas, were you able to speak with my grandfather? What did he say?
He said no. Sir Myson made it clear he has no intention of joining the Deliverance.
What? But he's ridiculously strong. He could defeat some stuffy chancellor with his eyes closed. Why would he refuse when so many people are suffering?
He could, especially this guy.
I cannot speak to Sir Myson's thinking, but it seems we misplaced our hopes. I'll have to return to our hideout and bring Sir Clive the ill news. Perhaps Myson has simply grown too old for the battlefield. It was good meeting you, Alm. I must be on my way. Thank you again for your assistance.
He's not old. He's tougher than men half his age. Lucas, wait!
What is it?
I'll go. I'll join the Deliverance.
You?
Oh, what the hell? You can't do that.
Yes, he can.
Wait, can you do that? I'll admit, you fight like a beast, and they'd be lucky to have your sword. But this isn't sparring with your grandson. You're volunteering to go to war. I know what it is. And if grandfather won't do it, then I'll do it for him. Consider my sword as his.
I understand how you feel, but
Sir Myson has been teaching me to use a blade since I was a boy. I've received tutelage in military tactics, medicine, weather, terrain. I know as much about war as any man who has never seen one can. Let me fight for you with my grandfather's gifts. I'll prove he's no cowardly old man. He's a warrior who trains warriors.
That might just work.
Huh? Then you mean... Oh, come on. You can't be serious.
Why not? Alm presents a good case. He has a hero's blood in him, and clearly a hero's fire. His presence is sure to raise the troops' morale. And for my part, I'm curious to see what a self-proclaimed warrior can do. Especially now that he'll be doing it for the Deliverance.
Thank you, Lucas. You won't regret this. I've seen a lot of cake taking in my day, but this really takes the cake.
Cake.
You should back out of this. It's far too dangerous. If anything were to happen to you, just don't do it, okay?
And this is the one reason a lot of people hate Faye with a burning passion. Faye is absolutely obsessed with Alm. Now, I'm pretty sure when they were younger, it wasn't as bad. But it is implied that the day that Slade arrived at the village and, you saw what happened. And you heard what he said. Kind of created some trauma, and then things went downhill. And I think she's kind of unstable. I do think she's a good character. Plus, there are two excellent builds, and I will talk about one of them when it is time.
I'm sorry, Faye, but I've made up my mind. But maybe all of you could come with me.
What?
Splendid idea. Maybe we could all get impaled on the same lance. I'm just saying we could do it together. Fighting, I mean, not the lance. Grandfather trained all of us, right? Not just me. You already know how to use a sword and a bow. So what's the problem? Are you insane? We were sparring with wooden fences and tree trunks. They don't hit back. Oh, sod it all. I'm not as bright as I'd like to think I am, so, count me in. Great! Not you too! Me too, Toby Poo. It's better than waiting for Rigel to reach Ram and kill, slash, and slave us.
Gray has a point. At some point, hypothetically speaking, Rigel could reach Ram Village. And as good as of a fighter Mycen is, he doesn't stand a chance against the entire Rigelian army.
Might as well bring the fight to them. But you're gonna... I mean, once they...
You have my thanks, Gray, and the Deliverance welcomes you. In the end, we need every able fighter we can get. There will be much to learn, but I can teach you a great deal in battle. And you'll be given a proper wage, of course.
Wait, you mean we get paid? As in actual money?
Of course. Our soldiers work hard and sacrifice much. We would be remiss not to offer compensation.
I've got little brothers and sisters who could use that gold. Ma and Pa struggle to make ends meet. But if there's a way to help... Tobin, you don't have to go if you don't want to. Why don't you all take a little time to think about it? Let's split up for now and meet back here later. I need to go thank my grandfather and say goodbye.
Oh, before I forget, you can talk to Lucas and he will say this.
Take all the time you need, Alm. You should pay your respects to Sir Mycen.
So the options you have, and you select these by moving to the right instead of up and down. Right and left are how you scroll through these. You have talk, exam, move, and inventory. So we can move and go two to the left for Mycen's house. You and Mycen's house. FBI, open up.
Grandfather, I'm home. Do you have a minute? There's something I need to speak with you about. Grandfather? Where is he? Grandfather? Grandfather!
He's not here. You can also press B, and this will automatically open up the menu to move you to different locations. I personally do that because it's faster. We want to go back to the village entrance.
Oh, there he is. Oh, over here. Tobin, does this mean you're coming with us? Sure am. I can tell Ma and Pa we're worried, but I think they'll understand. Listen, everyone, try not to be amazed when I show Alm up on the battlefield. You know they don't pay extra for that, right, Moneybags?
There's nothing wrong with fighting for coin. Many people do. We don't have any rules stating one's reasons must be noble. Now then, Alm, were you able to say goodbye to your grandfather?
I tried, but I couldn't find him.
Well, that is vexing. I suppose we could tarry here a bit longer if you...
It's all right. Let's go.
Oh, are you certain?
I can write him a letter. Come on. We can't wait forever.
So be it. I'll defer to your judgment.
Lucas, Gray, and Tobin have joined your party. And you can now travel, and you can now leave Ram Village. We're not going to do
I'm
that
coming
just yet.
too. I'm staying with you no matter what. End of discussion.
Say hello to a common theme, to a common phrase that I will be saying throughout this playthrough. Get in my party. Faye has joined your party, and...
You know, I guess I don't mind going along. The Deliverance is fighting all across Sophia, right? Well, I've always wanted to see the world, and now's my chance. All I have to do is not get killed. Easy, right?
Is this even a question game? Cliff, get in my party. We're out of here. Yes, I would like to leave the village, and I would like to have the story progress.
Home. Are you sure about this? Am I sure about what? Not saying goodbye to your grandfather. My mom and pa have all my brothers and sisters to look after them. I mean, sure, they'll miss me. Or I hope they will, at any rate. But family will help them get by, you know. But all Sir Mycen has for kin is you. and all you have is him.
I know, but considering he's never let me take one step outside the village, I doubt I could have talked him into letting me join an army. Not that it would have changed things either way. I have to go. Not just to prove him as a teacher, but to prove myself to me. Well, you've always wanted to put Ram behind you, right? This is your big chance. Your first adventure writ large. We'll call it Alm's Epic. Or maybe The Tale of Grey. Plus that one guy.
I do love that line. The Tale of Grey. Plus that one guy. Grey's good in this game. He has some good writing. I am very glad that he is a mandatory recruit.
I don't think so. Although, I admit there might be a little something to what you're saying. It's almost as if I feel someone calling out to me. So you really have gone crazy then? Well, it's been nice knowing you. Look, I know how it sounds, but it's the truth. Do you think it's Celica? What? Celica? Where the heck did that come from? Oh, please. You two were inseparable while she was here. You barely made any time for us. I guess that's true. Maybe it is her. Celica, are you the one who's been calling me? I know that you're out there. I just don't know where, but I can feel it. I hope this journey will bring us together again.
First, we should make for the southern outpost. Desai's men hold it for now, but my fellows in the Deliverance have been fighting to reclaim it. The Deliverance hideout lies beyond the outpost. We'd best prepare ourselves for a long journey.
Also, this is the only time you're going to hear this world map theme. Move. Also say hello to the world map. To move on, press A, and move in whatever direction. To progress the game, you have to move to the right. Enemy squadron awaits. We shall engage them right now. This is our first battle. Now I'll tell you how we will be engaging.
Oi, travellers! Afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to stop right there. These here woods belong to me and my boys, see? So if you want to be passing through, you're gonna have to pay the toll.
Well, that didn't take long.
Brigands already? But it's only been minutes. We're still within sight of the gates.
It wouldn't be a Fire Emblem game without bandits.
We're surprised
Or
that
brigands.
this await us all. Is everyone ready?
Yes. Come on. Let's clear this rabble out. Follow me. I'll clear us a path.
Oh, if I may, we mustn't rush headlong into battles on their own. Without experience, your friends will never grow into accomplished fighters. Trust them. Give them something to do. At least let them deal the final blow.
Right. That's good advice. I'll give it a try.
Say hello to my way of play, even though a lot of people are going to roast me.
I've got this.
Auto battle. But before I do that, explaining how movement works in a much better way than I could in the Premonition chapter. So you select the unit with the A button, and you can move them anywhere on the map that is within their range. So, you can move them up, down, forward, backward, left, and right. You can also move them right a bit and left. It just kind of depends on their own personal range. To switch between the different units, press the L button, and then switch us to Lucas. Same exact thing. This is the auto battle menu. You have 4 commands: charge, Well, it's very explanatory, self-explanatory. Custom focus. This allows your units to focus on their own strengths. For example, if you have whoever will be granted clerics, those will be those units. If you select that command, will focus more on their healing properties. Fallback and round up are pretty self-explanatory. Fallback, the units will fall back and wait. They will go away from where the enemy is. And round up, everyone will gather towards you, which is very handy if you're trying to get support points, and I'll explain what that is later. We're going to start with the charge command. Who's going first? Home, and we get some experience for that. Enemy phase. No, you can't touch him. No, they couldn't. They only got one hit in on Faye. Faye's got some pretty good builds in this game. They were going into tutorial on the danger zones.
Stand back.
Just leave it to me.
This guy's asking for it. We're gonna do another charge command. Nice work, Lucas.
Damn you!
And bop. No, and bop. Who's next? Nice work. Oh.
Okay, I'm ready. That was filling.
Round up.
I want everyone to round up here. Just so we can have that command. You, Faye, did get filled a bit.
You should be ashamed.
Some of those comments are actually pretty good. For when you dodge. Everyone will charge the enemy. This is going to be the command you use for the first few battles. Also, this is what I like to call the blind man strategy for Fire Emblem.
Come on, damn you. And we're done.
That was invigorating.
And everyone gets experience for each battle after it is over.
We won! That was some fine swordsmanship, Alm. I can see you have more than a bit of your grandfather in you.
You think so?
And we'll save our game, we'll do the next battle, and then after that, I think we will call it. I like to get right into things. Yeah, but again, I know people are going to roast me in the comments for using this particular strategy.
Hold, everyone.
But I don't care.
What is it, Lucas? More brigands? It seems the rumors were no exaggeration.
Based on their numbers, I surmise they must have a hideout nearby. But we can ill afford to pick fights with every cut-person rogue we encounter. Let's sit back and lay low until they depart. Did you get a look at the wench we nabbed this morning? Hooray! She'll certainly add some color to that run-down old shrine. She's prettier than the boss, that's for sure.
What? They've taken a prisoner?
Oh, let's just be calm. Oh, wait, don't.
Hold it, you lecherous pigs!
Huh? Who the hell are you?
Release the woman you're holding at once, or else!
Or else what? You must really want a knife in the belly if you're slinging taunts at the likes of us. So much for laying low. To arms, everyone. Look over there. They have an archer. He can strike from a distance, so we must plan our approach carefully. Whoever goes after him needs to finish him quickly or be ready for a reprisal. If you're not strong enough to take an arrow or two, stay well away.
That is some good advice. Also, archers in this game are really good. I have reclassed Tobin as an archer. That is his canon class, and I have not regretted it. Here comes the enemy. You missed. Everyone in this game, all of the units except for Lucas, is a villager class.
Rush the enemy!
They promote as soon as they reach level 3. Also, if Home dies in this game, it's game over. Kinda want to see if I can... Oh! Faye is really good in this game. I seem to always get a Faye that has a good build. Also, if you press A on an enemy, you can mark it.
Allow me.
Just leave it to me.
Okay, neither yours to the death. Nothing personnel kit. Ooh, our first level up.
A palpable improvement.
Yes, a very palatable improvement. I don't know if I'm going to get everyone leveled up. Oh! Critical hit.
go.
And that's an instance of an enemy getting... That's an instance of someone doubling.
Stand back. Well, all right. Well, it's food.
It's also the only thing keeping you alive at this stage, Cliff. So don't complain. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Oh, Lucas doesn't fit. No,
Rush the enemy. Well, I do love a good fight.
he does love a good fight. A level up
Who doesn't love us?
for Gray. Also, 2 stats are very common in this game. The highest I've gotten is 5 stat level up. And another critical hit.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
Okay, I'm ready.
Where was that waiting for? Here's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry about me. Charge!
There's a reason I did that.
Rush the enemy! Charge!
I'm so sorry. I'd fight for you until my dying breath, but I can't go any further.
Good thing I am playing on casual mode there, otherwise I would have to reset, and I am not doing that.
Rush the enemy!
I can get that level when I need it. Or Lucas could steal that kill.
We paid a high price for this day.
Lucas, Faye is still alive.
Well, I suppose that counts as our good deed for the day.
Sorry, Lucas. My legs were moving before I had a chance to even think.
Valor is nothing to be sorry for. Now come, let's find this prisoner they spoke of. They mentioned a shrine, yes? It must be nearby.
You know what? I might as well continue for a bit because I am kind of enjoying doing this.
What's that shrine? Oh, yeah. Guess you wouldn't know since you've been stuck in the village. Shrines like this were built by folks so they had a place to worship Miller. But famine and other problems kind of put a damper on most Zophians' piety. Now they're mostly just home to brigands and the like. And the woman who was taken captive must be inside.
You just move forward, press A, and enter the shrine.
Stay away from me! I'm only the stupid watchman. I just watch things.
The Watchman actually has lots of unique dialogue. Actually has like 2 things of unique dialogue. And they're both funny.
The enemy could be anywhere. We need to proceed carefully.
This was something that was brought back from the original Fire Emblem Gaiden, which makes sense because this was a remake. This is a remake of Fire Emblem Gaiden. Exploring dungeons. I both loved and
Smell
hate
of
this.
mold permeates the shrine. It's foul. The rogues who crawl about the place. How big a house the mother could come?
We're getting into battles on purpose. Alright, so
Allow me.
Lucas is staying out of this battle.
I don't think so.
And I'll tell you why. He is already level 2, and he stole the last kill.
You and me.
Critical hit. Level up for Tobin. 4 stats, that is a good level up.
Touch him. You're almost as dashing as I am.
Level up.
I can tell
Can tell he's getting stronger. I'm not going to skip all of those overtime. Nice.
Did you see that all?
Phase redemption.
rush the enemy.
Which I knew was going to happen fairly soon. Early game, these brigands offer tons of XP.
At the beginning stages of the game, and then they only offer like 2 XP.
Not so much now. I mean, it makes sense. And there's a level up. And there's the dreaded 1-stat level up. There are also empty level ups.
The dreaded 0-stat level ups.
Which are about as empty as
I've got this.
I don't know, something that's
I don't
empty.
want Alma to stay out of this. He needs the experience. Which are about as empty as know. I don't have a good analogy. Someone please find the good. Give me some good ones down in the comments.
We could do this again. They never stood a chance.
No, they didn't.
This house to the mother have become such a welcome haven for...
So yes, after what that tutorial was talking about was after battling so many battles, all your in these shrines, an annoying little status ailment called fatigue will set in. You either need to retreat the dungeon or feed them stuff to cure that. Yeah, but I really do enjoy this game. As I have mentioned before, it's one of my favorite Fire Emblem games, despite me not having finished it.
What? Hurry!
And by the way, what happened there where they got to move first? That's because they spotted me and they got the first. Oh, I got a silver mark. They can be used when forging weapons. That will come into play a bit later on in the game.
Huh? What do you scrawny little rats want? You got nerve barging in here, just as I was getting to the main event. Kill 'em, boys, and be creative about it.
All right. So we got this guy here. If you kill him, it's game over for this fight. So, Lucas. As per usual, because you don't need the experience, just hang out. Meanwhile, everyone else does need the experience. There's Faye. Level up finally.
You can't touch me.
If you want these battles to go even faster, this dialogue is mainly, who do you think you are? Spoiling that moment, I'm going to kill you now.
Prepare to die.
No safety required.
Well, they got in Lucas's way. Lucas is silver class.
You expected?
He is what we call a pre-promote.
Oh man, look at these muscles. Who wants to touch them?
Not me. level up. Cliff can promote, and oh boy, I'm gonna have fun with him.
Okay, I'm ready.
I've got this.
This guy deserves this.
Yeah, he had it coming.
Damn you!
No, excuse memes.
We really took it to him.
So before I do that, I will be right back. Now all of my units can be pre-promoted. Not pre-promoted, excuse me, promoted. That was what I stepped out for.
It's amazing.
And we're back here. Let's talk to this person that we just rescued.
Miss, are you all right? Say something.
Who are you? How did I get here?
You're in a shrine. Some brigands kidnapped you and took you here. Don't worry, they're gone. We dealt with them before they could do you any harm.
I see. Thank you, sir. After those ruffians seized me, I passed out. I don't want to think about it.
What's your name?
I am Silk. I hail from a priory far to the east, on the island of Novus.
So, Silk.
Oh boy.
What brings a woman of the cloth like you so far from home?
My mission. I nearly forgot. I must find a man named Sir Myson. Are we far from Ram Village?
Are you serious? Ram's our home. Sir Myson is my grandfather.
What? You're Sir Myson's grandson? May I see that mark on your left hand?
What, this? Sure. Pretty strange for a birthmark, huh? And that's not even the weirdest part. A long time ago, a girl in my village had the same mark on her hand.
So you're the one she...
Huh? What is it, Silk?
Sir Ulm, I have something for you.
So if that wasn't obvious, so if that line wasn't, that's the place that Myson mentioned. There's someone there that he knows that we are going to meet a bit later on. And yeah. Turns out Celica and Silk know each other.
Here, please, take this.
All right, but what is it?
Only one of the best items in the game.
It's called Millis Turnwheel. It's a relic that contains some of the Earth Mother's power.
It also gives people on classic mode room to make mistakes.
I believe it will be of great use to you.
Are you sure? You were supposed to give this to my grandfather, right?
No, this is definitely for you. Now that you have left your village and embarked upon an auspicious journey, the Turnwheel will become a vital tool during the trials ahead.
She is not kidding when she says that.
Okay. Well, thank you. I promise to take good care of it. By the way, how do you use it?
You don't use it. It uses you. When the time is right, the Turnwheel will give you a sign.
Okay. I'm not sure I understand, but I'll take your word.
It appears that Mother Milla already wishes to show you something.
The Turnwheel. It's glowing. What's happening? Where am I? That's Sophia Castle. This is our kingdom? What happened here? Is the deliverance too late?
Sir Olm, what did you see?
It was so clear. Silk. It was horrible.
Be calm. What you saw in the vision is not the present. The mother is either telling you what could be, or what once was. Her power is sight.
So the vision is something that's going to happen?
Something that could happen. If the vision was ill-boding, perhaps it was a sign. A sign that the mother wishes for you to take action in order to prevent it.
We have been given Milla's Turnwheel. Be very grateful you have been given this. I am not kidding when I say this. People in Gaiden were not given this item.
Ah, Sir Olm. In my travels, I have witnessed the sorry state of our kingdom. With no goddess to bless them, and no king to rule, most Sophians are at a loss. And I, for one, refuse to stand by and watch them suffer. I would ask for permission to accompany you on your quest.
Get in my party. Now we have the chance to talk to our other units. Except there's no one else to talk to.
Welcome, child of fate. I am a servant of Mela. Present to me those who are worthy. By my master's will shall I bestow upon them new power.
This is how you reclass units. Alm and Lucas cannot be reclassed, and Alm cannot be reclassed until much later into the story. Gray. He is reclassed into a Cavalier, and that is the first class on this list.
Well, here goes nothing.
Now for the Tobster. Archer.
I can do this. I can do this.
Yes, you can. Now, Faye. She can either be... She's good as a Pegasus Knight, a Cleric, or a Mage. For this playthrough, I will be classing her into a Mage.
Mainly because Pegasus Knight is too overpowered, and we already have a cleric in Silk.
I'll grow however I can to keep you safe, Olm.
And the same thing I will be doing with Cliff as well. And I do not recommend leaving the Thieves' Hideout until you have grinded your units.
If you are
More
using the blind man
specifically, Silk
strategy.
and Faye.
This could be exciting.
Reason I say that, well, you'll see in a moment. Allow. With that being said, I am going to end things off here, and I'm going to grind said units. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed this, and please be sure to like and favorite this video. It really does help out a lot, and I will see you guys in the next time. Goodbye.